Hi, this is Rebecca with Maid Central, and in this video, we're going to be walking through payroll workflow. So we're going to talk about things that you do upon setup, things that happen as daily tasks, and things that happen as weekly tasks. So to get us started, just to let you know, the first thing you need to do is connect QuickBooks Online, your account to Maid Central. The setup instructions are included here. Also, to let you know, some of these videos have already been filmed, so we won't be doing these actions again, but we will be taking some of the actions that are listed throughout this workflow in order for you to understand the full process of getting payroll set up and Maid Central. So again, step one is connect your QuickBooks Online account. You want to set your default account for cleaning revenue, and then you want to set a default account for tips. You want to review your service sets because service sets will be set up when we import your customer spreadsheet upon activating your Maid Central instance. So again, you want to review your service set types. So I'm going to head over to Maid Central and I'm going to go to Company. Under Other, I can see service set types. So these are the different service set types that are currently set up in Maid Central MC Cleaner. And we would have these selected as the ones that we want to use, assigned with the planned team size and the correct pay type. So let's go ahead and look at our house cleaning. So again, you want to set up efficiency, a percentage of a technician time that is billable. So a common efficiency is 70 to 75%. And what that means is that you are telling the system that for this service set, you anticipate that throughout the day, as the technician is working, that they will work at a 75% efficiency rate, meaning splitting their time between cleaning and splitting their time between, windshield time, office work, and things like that. You set up your planned team size. You also set up the pay type that you are going to have set up for the service set. There are 4 offerings inside of Maid Central. The videos are included in that article. We have team fee split, hourly, team hourly, and allowed hours. If you charge a skip fee, we have a space that you can set up for the skip fee charges to be set. Terms and conditions for this service set. So when you're booking customers through the new quoting tool, any marketing tests that you would want to be included on the website as well. And then required skills, maintenance cleaning is always checked, as we assume each cleaning professional that we hire will at least have the maintenance cleaning skill capability. And this is also attached to many reports inside of Maid Central as well. So then you would save your service set type information if you made any changes. Now that we've reviewed our service set types and confirmed that the pay types are correct for each service set, we would then add customers' homes in our service sets. So all of that is done when we import your customer data. Next up, we would begin adding employees, and that would be the user role of technician when it comes to what we're reviewing today as far as the payroll workflow. You can also add your office staff. If someone was paid hourly and worked in the office, then they would also be included on your payroll summary. And set their pay rates for employees. So again, we have videos on both of those, but we will go over and show you what we're referencing when that employees section is included. So again, I'm going to go to employees. If I was creating a new, I'd select create new. In this example, we have a video that already shows you how to create a new employee. So in this example, we're just going to review an employee that is a cleaning professional and has their pay type set up properly under pay and tax info. So you can see here that they have the different service set types that they are available to work, and it has their different pay that they get paid. So in this example, this person gets paid the same amount whether they're working solo as a captain, or they get a different pay for when working a teammate, and then they get different pay when they're traveling, which means in between jobs or at the office. In this example down here, you can see that when they're working a fee split job, they get a higher percentage when they're working solo versus captain or teammate. Ensuring that your pay info is correct for each service set pay structure will allow for you to easily create invoices and have the pay information set up correctly between the service set pay type and the customer's hourly or fee split rate that is included in their pay information. Okay, now that we've got all of our customers entered into Maid Central, our homes, service sets, we've got our employees, and we've got our pay rates, we're ready to start checking in and out for the day and verifying daily tasks, which when it comes to payroll, you want to be making sure to do these daily tasks, which include verifying employee clock times and verifying employee job times. So, how do I verify employee clock times? I would go to Employee, Daily Time Clock, or in this example, actually, the two things that I want to be checking every day before I create invoices is Employee Clock Monitor. So my employee clock monitor is going to inform me if everyone clocked in and out properly for the day. So this example is going to be for last week in October. So we want to verify the week of October 19th. Then we would verify, again, this would be a daily task. So we would check the previous day. So in this example, I'm just going to kind of show you that we did, since we're going to be creating a payroll, that we did verify our employee clock times for the entire week to ensure that they clocked in and out properly. And the way I can tell that they clocked in and out properly is by this gray bar. If this bar was yellow, orangish, that would mean that they had not clocked out for the day, and I would need to make sure to ask them to verify their clock times for that day and get that corrected in the system. So this is my employee clock monitor. The other thing that I would check on a daily basis is the team monitor. And again, this is going to verify that my jobs were completed properly. So again, I'm going to go back to the previous week because that's when we're going to be completing payroll for. So again, I'm going to verify that the status is listed as completed. So I'm going to look through last week's jobs. Again, this is a daily task. So when I come in during the week, I would check the previous day's calendar to make sure that I'm seeing all my jobs completed for the previous day. You can see that we've done this already, and we've verified that last week all of the jobs on the schedule were completed. So the next daily task before creating invoices is to verify employee job times. And this is all done under Company, Invoicing and Payroll, Invoicing and Job Records report. This is a very important report that you will reference often because it's where you can create your invoices. So again, I'm going to go back to last week, starting on Monday. And when we say you want to verify your employees' job times, you can see this information along here. So again, you want to verify that this is an allowed hours pay type, so that the number of hours, allowed hours for this job was a total of 4 with 2 people. So they each got 2 hours times their pay rate to get you their pay for that job on that day. Again, you can scroll down and verify this information throughout the list to ensure that your pay is correct and that you are ready to create invoices. So just looking back at last week, we've already verified all of our days up until Friday. So we're going to go ahead and show you that we've created invoices for Monday through Thursday. And we're going to go to Friday the 23rd. And update. And you can see here that I have not created invoices yet because I wanted to film this step as well. So again, I'm going to come through here and I'm going to verify that my pay is correct for each of these people. And it looks like here, so we have some incorrect information for Stephen Tyler on this job for Susan Smithson. So we're going to have to figure out what his pay type should be for this job. So I clicked on the home so I can verify the service set type for Susan Smithson. So the job that was completed on Friday, again, I'm going to verify that it's the correct date. On the 23rd, the technician was Stephen Tylerist. and he worked the job that was house cleaning fee split. So I need to find out what his fee split is pay should be. So again, I'm going to go to employees, search employees, and I'm going to search for Steve, and I'm going to check his pay rate for that job. And usually if it doesn't appear, it means there was an adjustment made internally by an office staff, or there's just not pay set up for him. So you can see here that he gets 20% when he works a house cleaning fee split service set type. So I'm going to go back to his invoicing and pay records, and I want to make sure to correct this pay down here. And by doing this, it will update his pay correctly. One thing I want to show you here, what it does is it's actually going to default, since there was no correct pay information for this job, it defaults to your company settings, which is under Company General. And from your payroll options tab, you can say that see that this company has a minimum hourly wage per job set up. So this would need to be set to 0 to ignore it, but you can see that it has a dollar amount in there, so it grabbed that $7.25, and that's what it had set up to pay him. But we know he gets 20% of the bill rate, so we want to correct this to be 20% and submit, which entail corrects his pay. Again, continue scrolling down to ensure that I've got the correct information, pay information. You can see these other jobs are all for allowed hours, so that pay is calculated correctly. I've got a couple people here who are not connected to QuickBooks yet, so I want to make sure to do that for them. Because in order for me to create their invoice, they need to be connected to QuickBooks. So this is a new customer within QuickBooks. So I'm going to select that option. Customer created and linked. And since they did not have a credit card on file yet, I need to make sure to add their credit card. I won't be able to invoice them yet. Okay, so we've got the QuickBooks connected, got the credit card added on file. I'm going to continue to review the pay for each cleaning professional that worked the rest of the jobs to ensure that I see their pay rate and the correct type of pay. As you know, all trainees are paid hourly, and that's based off the hourly rate that you have set for trainees. Again, you can find that under Company General. So we'll head back to Company General. Your trainee hourly wage is $10. So again, that's what all employees marked as trainees will get paid for their pay rates. All right, so I reviewed all of the jobs. I can see that everyone that's clicked for creating invoices, you can also see here that this lets me know that they are checkmarked to get an invoice email to them. So just a feature added to the invoicing and job records to show you that the email will get sent. And I'm going to create invoices. Okay, once I've created invoices, all the credit card charges will go through and post balance and post the payments to the invoice that was created in QuickBooks Online. If I did have anybody paying by check, then I would need to post that payment. And as long as I've got the check amount correct, the date it was received, the check reference number, and payment by check, and submit that. And again, that will post that payment for me. And now I can verify that all of my payments were posted correctly for the 23rd. So to verify that everything was correct, I can go back to 1023 and update, and just review through my invoice and job records for the 23rd to make sure that I show that each of them was invoiced correctly. That goes to a batch invoice, invoiced, credit card, and check. So those were all created correctly. Okay, back to the payroll workflow. Now that I've verified employee clock times, verified employee job times, and created invoices, I want to look into doing my weekly task because that was for last week. So now I'm ready to review payroll for accuracy, add additional pay for holiday pay or paid time off if applicable, and close payroll, which closes jobs. So to do that, I'm going to review payroll for accuracy. So again, I'm going to head over to company. Under invoicing and payroll is where you'll find all your payroll reports. The one I'm specifically looking for is my payroll summary. And I'm going to update it for last week, which is the 18th through the 24th, and update. So you saw that little yellow line when I was just on today's information that said there are open jobs. You do not want to close payroll until this is completed. Well, you can see here that since I've verified everything for the week of the 18th through the 24th, that message is no longer there, and my close payroll option is available. So now I'm going to want to review my individual employee payroll information to make sure there's no inaccuracies. So I can see here right away for Jennifer Aniston, I've got a negative office hours. What this means is that on a day last week, she's going to have not clocked in and out properly. So her time clocks were incorrect for one of her days. So to review an individual person's information, I'm going to right click and open in a new tab. And we'll go ahead and take a look at Jennifer's information so that we can get it corrected for payroll. So it looks like she only worked one day last week, which was the 22nd. So she has a bad time punch for the 22nd that's throwing her time off for that day. So where can I go to fix this? I can go to employees and daily time clocks. Again, I'm going to open this in a new tab. And I'm looking for the 22nd. All right. So we're going to head back to the 22nd. And first look at our clocks for Jennifer. Okay. So it shows she got to work at 1:06 and that she left her work at 3:30. So now I need to check her job times, that she wasn't clocked or checked into a job outside of this range, because you can't be checked into a job if you weren't on the clock. So we need to verify her times on the job. So again, I'm going to do a Control F and search for her last name, since I saw there was plenty of Jennifers. So you can see here that we've got some inconsistencies because she was on a job in the morning, but it only showed her clocked in for the afternoon. So we need to correct her time clock to show that she started work and find out if she started work at 8:15 or if she got there earlier. So we would verify that with Jennifer. And again, to fix this, we're going to go back to our clocks tab. And I'm going to need to make an edit. So I just verified with Jennifer that she did get to work at 8 o'clock in the morning. So now I can correct her start time for the day. And that's going to correct her information on the payroll summary. So again, we're going to go back to our employee payroll summary and update. And now we have accurate information for the day that Jennifer worked on her timesheet. Okay, when looking at the payroll summary, again, we've got different columns. This is the total job hours for all jobs worked for each employee. So that's their total job hours that was related to the jobs that they work. This would be paid job hours. So again, if they were paid for job hours, their pay would be underneath this. Most of our employees are paid for allowed hours. So you can see we've got the column for the total allowed hours for all jobs worked and the paid allowed hours for the jobs worked. There's two separate columns, as you can see that a person might have gotten paid differently versus what the actual allowed hours. So for this job, for instance, for Neil Harrison, he did not get paid allowed hours. He got paid job hours for his job. Next column is going to be our office hours. So this is our clock hours minus our total job hours. So again, that's from when I clock in for the day. Anytime that I'm on the clock, but I'm not checked into a job cleaning a house, it qualifies me for what's called office hours. If you pay for office hours, which some of our service sets do, and some of our employees do get paid for office hours, then you would have that underneath their service set pay structure at the employee level, listed for their travel pay. And then my total clock hours is going to be the total hours that I worked plus my office hours. If I was paid commission for any jobs, it would be in this column. Next up is team hourly pay plus travel. So again, that includes anybody that got paid for travel pay. If I got paid an hourly rate for my work, which is most of our employees, it's going to show you any additional pay. That would be if I had a paid holiday or paid time off. Again, gross wages before SP and overtime. SP stands for supplemental pay. So making sure that your employees don't go below minimum wage that is set at your service company level. The average wage that they made for the time that they were on the clock. If they received any bonus, again, that would be something that would be entered in under additional pay. Gross wages before overtime, your average wages before overtime. None of our employees had any overtime this week, so that gross wage is the same. Again, their average wage with overtime. And then their tip information. So this would include tip pay that they received from their customers. And then if they were paid in any for sick pay, which is a PTO option, it does break down holiday pay and vacation pay down here differently from the additional pay column. It gives me their gross wages and their average wages. So now that I've verified that this information is correct, I'm ready to close payroll. So I'm closing payroll for the 18th through the 24th. The following data will be locked for the selected date range, jobs, job clocks, day clocks, and breaks. This will also make this pay period visible for technicians within their dashboard. So I'm going to confirm that I'm ready to close payroll. And I have closed payroll successfully. So it updates it, shows as a pay period closed, tells me the date that I did it, locks all the information. And again, I can go back to company, all reports under invoicing and payroll, and see that I have the closed payroll for the 18th through the 24th. And that is the last task in our payroll workflow. So we will update this article with this video. And please follow along through the steps upon setup, daily task, and weekly task. Thank you.